Someone sent me this story and this picture popped up. Now, before I actually get into the story, can you tell me anything that really sticks out and like stands out like a sore thumb in this picture? It should be two things. And in case you don't know what the two things are, I'll let you know. The obvious is the salute. The people in this picture are throwing up the Nazi salute. The other thing is the fact that their faces are blurred in the image, thus sealing their identity. Now, anybody care to guess where this happened at? West Virginia. Now, I have done so many stories coming out of West Virginia, and of course, one of the most recent ones that was talked about was how they are literally riddled with opioids out there. As a matter of fact, I think in that video I did that, I think they said for a place that had like 20 something hundred residents, it's like millions of opioid cases, or not cases, but opioid being pumped or pushed out there. Like, they gonna decimate West Virginia. I have a feeling they're going to. And when you see images like this, it kind of puts a smile on your face. Sorry about that. There's nothing wrong. Listen, there's nothing wrong with your screen. It just blacked out. I don't know why it did that, but it was nothing going on from YouTube's end. That was on my end. But back to this. But yeah, they're throwing up the Nazi salute. Their pictures are blurred, and they tried to find tried to see if there was an unblurred image. As a matter of fact, because it was posted by Time, which I'm going to read this article from, and everyone was asking, why is their pictures blurred, or where's the unblurred image? We know why that is. But the governor of West Virginia saw this image, which was taken after basic training on October 21st through November 27th of this year. He saw this and ordered every last person in this picture to be fired. I think that probably would be best, considering the fact that these are people who went through the academy to become cops, and they're throwing this up. That lets you know how they are going into this. And this also lets us know how many of these cops get down prior to them actually becoming cops. Like I said, a lot of them do not come into the police force, or not. Let me rephrase that. A lot of them are not groomed inside of the police force to become this way. Many of them come in this way, period. That's who they are. And they just showed that. They just displayed that right here. Every last hand is doing that salute. And it says, "Hail Byrd." Who the hell is Byrd? That's what we need to find out. Who's Byrd? Is that the name of their class or what? I'm not sure. But I'm going to go ahead and read this article. It says, after a photo surfaced of West Virginia correction officer trainees given what happens to be the Nazi salute, state officials quickly suspended some employees, and the governor ordered the firing of those involved. They need to fire all of them. Don't just suspend some and fire others. Fire all of them. The image showing more than 24 trainees with their arms raised and faces blurred was released Thursday by the West Virginia Department of Military Affairs and Public Safety. A line of text reading "Hail Byrd" tops the picture, which an agency spokesman said was a reference to the trainee's instructor. Something just told me that's probably what it was. Before the photo was made public, the agency secretary Jeff Sandy released a memo describing the image of Basic Training Class 18 as distasteful, hurtful, disturbing, highly insensitive, and completely inappropriate. He wrote that the picture betrays the professionalism I have seen time and time again displayed and practiced by our brave correctional employees. Republican Governor Jim Justice, how ironic his last name is Justice, issued a statement condemning the photo and ordering the firing of the people involved. This will not be tolerated on my watch within the Division of Corrections and Rehabilitation or within any agency of state government, said Justice. Sandy's memo ordered all copies of the picture destroyed or taken out of circulation to prevent them from spreading. He said an investigation of the incident is ongoing. Well, that's not happening because, as you can see, I have a hold of the picture, just not the unblurred one. But I think they might have blurred their images before they put this picture out there, or before this picture got out there. That shows you how cowardly they are. But then again, look at their clancestors. they had to wear robes to cover their identity back then, because they know if they got exposed, they probably would lose their jobs. But then again, back then they probably would have let them slide. But like I said, this is the element that's working in these departments. And like I said, West Virginia, now that's a shithole. All the stuff they got going on out there, now they are on the fast track of being the new faces of HIV. Because if you notice in that article I did about HIV hitting rural America, West Virginia was like the only state that got mentioned by name multiple times in that article. And rural America is more than just West Virginia. That's practically middle America, like South Dakota, North Dakota, Iowa, like all the places that mainly a lot of palm colored people live in. But West Virginia came up by name multiple times when that topic came up. But they have that element. They need to be worried more about their opioid plague and now the rise of HIV in them areas rather than throwing around a goddamn Nazi salute. And to be honest, when you look at some of the people who throw that Nazi salute up, if Hitler was around today and he got one look at them, many of them would probably be in them goddamn concentration camps. I'm just being honest. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments, and I'll talk to you in the next one.